Hello, today we are going to talk about kdesrc-build and Qt Creator, how to edit code using Qt Creator, how to navigate code using Qt Creator, how to debug, step into breakpoints, visualize values of various identifiers in Qt Creator, the IDE for Qt. So we're using kdesrc-build. We have built Okular, which is the PDF viewer from KDE. Okay, just a quick rundown. So KDE is a community, and among other things, it produces KDE projects, Git repos, and they are located on invent.kd.org, which is a GitLab instance, and they are mirrored on GitHub. Okay, so for instance, the Git repo for Okular is mirrored at github.com/kd/okular and is hosted primarily. The primary Git repo is on invent. Okay, so it's under invent.kd.org/graphics/okular. This directory is important. So the fact that Okular is part of the graphics directory inside invent is important. So let's see first of all how I am building Okular. So Okular being this application, a PDF and not only viewer, so viewer for PDF and other formats, file formats. Okay, so as many of the KDE projects, Okular builds primarily on the library named Qt, which is this one. Is a library for graphical user interface, and not only, for other things such as cross-platform graphical user interface library, cross-platform access to SQL, XML, the QML, GUI language, and I'm using kdesrc-build. In order to build it. So I've run kdesrc-build starting from here. So I say kdesrc-build Okular, and it tells me that it's going to get 80 KDE projects, 80 Git repos. So it, for instance, the first such Git repo to download and build is extra CMake modules. Gets this Git repo from invent.kd.org, gets branch master, runs CMake to generate Unix makefiles, then builds the Unix makefiles, and then it installs where it was configured to install. So my kdesrc build is configured as follows. So I say install everything into tilde, which is my home directory, /kd/usr. We can see this here. So it's similar to the /usr directory or to the /usr/local directory. And it contains a bin directory, a shared directory, lib directory, etc. So inside of bin I should have ocular ready, which is this executable. Okay, so tilde /kd/usr/bin/ocular is the build artifact of building ocular here on my computer using kdesrc-build. Okay, the Git repos are downloaded into tilde /kd/src. CMake does its things into tilde /kd/build. And I want full debug symbols and no optimizations from the C++ compiler. I tell it to use most of my CPU cores. These things are default. When you install kdesrc-build, this is the way it's automatically configured. These values are also in default. What I changed was this. In here it was, I don't know, real with debug info, and I changed it to debug. I increased the number of cores, of CPU cores that kdesrc-build can make use of. Stop on failure true, that was the default. And I changed the directory layout from flat to invent. So invent means use the same directory layout that exists on invent. So for ocular, that should be /graphics/ocular, not ocular directly. If you go with flat, ocular will be, the Git repo will be cloned directly under tilde /kd/src. But since I said invent, it's going to be cloned under tilde /kd/src/graphics/ocular. Let's see that. So kdesrc, where are the graphics and ocular? Okay. These are defaults. These are defaults, and this is also default. So ocular needs the following things in order to be able to build and run. So it needs non-Qt, non-kd packages. I take them from my distribution. So I'm on Ubuntu 22.04, and I install these dependencies using the usual apt install. Okay. Then Qt. I use the default Qt that's available on my Linux distribution, which is again Ubuntu 22.04, and I install all of the Qt packages, dependencies, etc. from my distribution. But the kd packages, I take them all from kdesrc-build. Okay, so that's why we can see that it needed to build 80 Git repos in order to be able to build ocular. So it built KF5 build support, extra CMake modules, Kcore add-ons, K internationalization, Karchive, Kconfig, Kdoc tools, Kwidget add-ons, etc. So first of all, it builds most of the Git repos that are part of the group called KD frameworks. Okay, and then other Git repos which are not part of frameworks, such as which one? In this case, everything is from frameworks, and then from invent/graphics, it builds KD graphics Mobi Pocket, libkexif2, which is for metadata for image file formats, and then Ocular, the application. Okay, and per the documentation of kdesrc-build, the way to run Ocular is using the prefix file. So I go source ~/kde /build/graphics/ocular prefix, and then I start Ocular, I background it, it started, and now I make sure that the correct Ocular has started. So the KD projects, KD build artifacts are running from ~/kd/usr, and the non-Qt, non-KD libraries run from /usr/lib, and the Qt libraries runs from /usr/lib, because both of the non-Qt, non-KD and the KD dependencies I've installed using apt install from my distribution. Again, KD things, Qt things, KD things, Qt thing, non-Qt, non-KD. So I can see that the correct Ocular has started, and it has loaded the correct libraries from the correct paths. Okay. Then I'm using Qt Creator from the distribution, from my Linux distribution, from Kubuntu 22.04. Qt Creator is an IDE for Qt. Cross-platform, C++, JavaScript, QML, uses Qt API, part of the SDK for Qt. Okay. And now I want to have as many IDE features, which is integrated development environment features, inside Qt Creator, working for Ocular build using kdesrc-build. So for that, I'm going to both open the directories kdesrc graphics ocular for the source code of Ocular, and kd build graphics ocular for the CMake configuration. So I go File, open file or project. Here I open the source code, the git repo git clone. So src graphics ocular. Where are you? I need to select inside this directory the main cmake lists txt file. Now I can see that I have an imported kit. This is a problem because it was created while I debugged another project which was built using kdesrc-build. So the first thing I need to clean up and delete what's not shipped by my distro. The Qt Creator kits that are not shipped by my distro, I'm going to delete them now. So I go manage kits. It says the desktop default, and I can see /usr/bin/gcc /usr/bin/g++ /usr whatever gdb. So this Qt Creator kit is using things shipped by Kubuntu, so I need to keep it. But this thing is from a previous time that I used Qt Creator, and I created a special Qt Creator kit for one module. So I'm going to delete this, remove. So now I'm back to the defaults, only the default Qt Creator kit. Apply OK. And now it says that the active project is Ocular. It says it's not configured yet, and I need to configure it in the projects node. So I go there, and it offers me to import an existing build. So inside of Qt Creator, I've selected my cmake lists.txt file, my git clone of Ocular, so the source code. But now I need to tell it how I configured the Ocular project using cmake. So for that I'm going to ~kd build graphics Ocular, and I'm selecting the entire directory. I go OK. And now it imported just one build configuration from the ~kd/build directory, which is called debug2. So let's look at all of these build configurations. So debug, it says no cmake configuration found, and I'm not sure what it does. So these 4 build configurations, debug, minimum size release with debug information, are not interesting to me because I want a build configuration that uses the correct configurations that are used by kdesrc-build. So for that, debug was imported from the ~kd/build/graphics/usr directory, and I can see that in here. So it's ~kd build graphics ocular. That's where it took the cmake configuration from. The build type is debug, and because there already existed a debug build configuration which I'm guessing doesn't use the imported kit but uses the desktop kit or something, or is not configured correctly. It added the correct build type, which is debug, created a new build configuration, and since debug was taken, it named it debug2. So debug2 is what we're going to use. And now let's look at the settings. So let's go advanced, and it says upstream CLI, it's okay to take it from the distribution. Then it says the C++ compiler is from the distribution, it's okay. And the install prefix is ~kd/usr, yes, that's the correct place. I'm using the toolchain, the GNU toolchain from my distribution, so GCC, G++, Gmake, etc. Okay. This is a third-party library, so not Qt, not KDE. So I'm taking it from the distribution packages. ECM, the extra CMake modules, is from the correct place, so from ~kd/usr, because it's a KDE thing. Free type is not a KDE thing. GTK is not a KDE thing. libjpeg is not. And all of the KDE frameworks are taken from ~kd/usr/lib, which is the correct thing to do. Python is from is not a KDE, not a Qt thing. Package config the same. Phonon is from the Qt project, from the KDE project. Poplar, not Qt, not KDE. Poplar Qt is a Qt plus non-Qt non-KDE thing, so it's from the from the distribution, from a Linux distribution. Qmake is a Qt thing. The various Qt modules. diff, the X libraries, X shared memory, Xsync, X everything, AU, composite damage, Cinerama, zlib is from the Linux distribution, package config from the Linux distribution. Okay, so this is the build configuration that I want to use. A build configuration that's configured exactly the way kdesrc-build is configured on my machine. Okay, so now the next step is to go in here and select the correct Qt Creator kit, the correct build configuration. So it says debug2, that's correct. It's part of the imported kit. Okay, and then I have various CMake targets. We need to select the correct one, which actually starts Qt Creator, that actually starts Okular, which is probably this one. Make sure Okular is closed. It is. Let's select this thing, and it starts Okular. Let's so now it says that it uses the Qt Creator kit imported kit. it uses the project Ocular, build configuration debug 2. So everything is correct in here. So now we can use these three buttons, run, debug, and build. So let's go run. Okay. Again, let's make sure that the correct Ocular runs. So I can see KD frameworks libraries running from loaded from the correct directory /tilde/kd/usr, and in here, and in here, and in here. So all of the libkf5.so files. So it looks okay. Now the next things to do are to exercise step into and go to definition and the debugger. So for that we go to the edit mode. We bring up the left sidebar. We go to file system is okay. And let's find the entry point to Ocular. So I can see about data.h. Let's look at this. So it says this is the key about data. This is used for the file, for the Ocular main menu help about dialog. Or if you run KD programs from the command line, there's the option to go to show the authors or the version, and that information is taken from here. Okay, let's put a breakpoint. First of all, let's see if code navigation without the debugger works correctly. So I want to navigate to kaboutdata, and it says include kaboutdata.h, correct? And then it says it's in kd/usr/include/kf5/kcore addon/kaboutdata, which is the correct thing to do. So it's a kd include file, so it knew how to navigate to it. Okay. So basically I can navigate to kd include files that are part of tilde/kd/usr/include. Okay, let's see if I can navigate to qstring. I can navigate, but only to the include file. So I can navigate to the Qt include files, which are in /usr/include. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's see if I can navigate to the source code of about add author. So this is the H, the include file. Let's switch to the source code. I can't do that because it's in another Git repo. It's not inside of Ocular. Okay. This file is inside Ocular, the Git repo. It just defines. Let's see who calls this thing. Okay, so the shell main file, shell main.cpp. Let's put a breakpoint at the very first C++ source code line that we can put a breakpoint on, which is the main function of the executable. Okay, let's now try to navigate to a C++ file that's part of Okular Git repo. So I can see Okular main, let's go there. It's part of a CPP file, not an include file, so it can navigate to CPP files that are part of this Git repo as part of Okular. Shell utils part of Okular too. Okay, Control W. So now we have two breakpoints, one at the start of the main and one at the start of kabout data. Let's run the debugger. So this is the button, start debugging of startup project, because it's the correct Qt Creator kit build configuration is selected. Okay, so it has built the binary Okular, which is from again from tilde/kd/usr/bin/okular. Let's see if that's the case. So tilde/kd/kd build graphics Okular bin Okular. So not from /kd/usr/build/bin. So it's the build artifact before we do make install. So only cmake was run and then make to build the build artifact, which is Okular. Okay, let's look at the call stack. So for now we have a single thread, the main thread, and a single function in the call stack. Okay, let's look at argc just one, argv, just one argument, which is the argument with the index 0, which is the full path of the executable. Okay. Here we create the main Q application. Here is a previous breakpoint that I set that I cannot unset. Let's look at the threads. So now we have 3 threads. We have from the X11 client XCB library, one, and another one for dbus, and then the main thread for Okular. And we're inside main, then Q application private init. We don't have access to the source code of Qt because we did not build Qt. So the source code does not exist on this machine, and Qt was not built with build configuration debug, so we don't have debug symbols, and also the Qt libraries are optimized. Okay. Then we have load, which is from kd/src/framework/k internationalization, which is another KD Git repo. But now we can navigate to the CPP files from other Git repos which are part of KDE but are not Okular, because in Okular binary is not stripped, so it contains debug symbols, and it contains this full path to this file and this line number 73 for the current, for the symbol at the current, which is this guy, for 0x7ffff7995519. Okay, so for this address corresponds the file /home/n-p/kd/src/framework/k internationalization/src/internationalization/main.cpp line 73. Okay. Low translation again, part of K internationalization, and low catalog, part of K internationalization. Let's go Shift F11 to step out. So step out, Shift F11. And we're back into main in Okular, and we're setting, I'm not sure why it steps, so let me put a breakpoint in here. F5, F10. So now it's going to create the key about data, so it's going to enter the file where we put the first breakpoint in, which is aboutdata.h. F10. So I'm inside key aboutdata.h. It creates the key about data object specialized for Okular. And then it returns the object. Then it sets the object for Q application. And now we can look inside Q application. So up. Where are you? This guy. And the about dialog should be available here. Ah, this guy. So it's about, no. Okay, doesn't matter. Kcrash initialize. So we go F11. Now Kcrash is part of the KDE framework named Kcrash, so part of the Git repo Kcrash. So again, we can navigate to its source code because we have the debug symbols inside Okular binary, so that binary is not stripped. Okay. Again, the binary is this guy. So tilde/kd/build/graphics/okular/bin/okular. Okay. So when I go F10, it steps into the next place, and it steps correctly. It doesn't step all over, doesn't jump all over the place, because I did not enable optimizations when building Okular. Again, that's configured in here. When I say cmake options, dcmake build type equals debug. So now we can use the debugger to really see what happens, to step through the code to find issues where, I know, the comment has bit rotted, for instance, or where the if conditional instructions are wrong, and just by stepping through the code we can find various bugs or various places where we can improve the source code. Thank you.